Today, we are going to unpack something really fascinating. It's a mystery that's been kicking around for centuries, straight from the mind of Nostradamus. We're talking about just 4 lines of text, but trust me, it's packed with conflict, drama, and this incredible image of a power watching from above. So let's get into it.
So here it is, in its original Old French. And, you don't even have to speak the language to feel the weight of these words, right? There's this ancient, mysterious vibe to it. It's just 4 lines, but it paints this incredibly dramatic picture. The real question is, what exactly is the scene that Nostradamus wants us to see?
All right, so to even begin to crack this code, we have to get it into a language we can all work with. Let's see what happens when we translate this vision into modern English.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. It starts by setting the time in the 3rd month. Then, boom, we're right in the middle of the action. A boar and a leopard going at it. But then, look at line 3. There's this pause. One of them is weary and looks up. And what does he see? An eagle, just playing around the sun. These 4 pieces, they're the keys to the whole puzzle.
Okay, let's start breaking this down piece by piece. The very first clue we have to figuring this all out is the setting. Where is this epic battle actually happening? Well, the text tells us it's on the field of Mars.
Now, you're not going to find the field of Mars on Google Maps. This is symbolic. It's powerful. By bringing up Mars, the Roman god of war, Nostradamus is telling us this is way more than just a little fight. This is big. This is a scene of major all-out war.
So who's actually fighting on this symbolic battlefield? A boar and a leopard. And look, in the world of prophecies like this, animals are almost never just animals. They're symbols, right? They stand in for something bigger, like opposing countries or clashing armies, or maybe even rival political groups.
And this is where the prophecy gets really interesting. The 3rd line completely shifts our focus. We're not just watching the chaos of the battle anymore, we're suddenly inside the head of one of the combatants.
Let's just sit with that image for a second. The most important word there has to be weary. This isn't just a fight, it's a grind. It's exhausting. The leopard is at its breaking point, and in that moment of pure desperation, it looks up. What's it looking for? Help? A sign from above? A way out?
And that question is everything, isn't it? It forces us to do the same thing the leopard does, to lift our eyes from all the chaos on the ground and look up at the sky. So, what is up there?
The answer comes in that final, incredible line. And it introduces a symbol so powerful that it completely changes how we see everything else that's happening.
All of a sudden, there's a new player in the game. But notice, this isn't another animal down in the dirt fighting. This is something else entirely, a power that exists literally above all that earthly conflict.
And that power is the eagle. I mean, just think about what the eagle has meant throughout all of human history. We're talking about empires, absolute power, and this incredible vision that sees everything from way up high. The eagle showing up here is no coincidence. It changes the entire dynamic of the scene.
And check out the eagle's role. It's not picking a side. It's not diving into the fight. The prophecy says it's playing around the sun. That suggests it's kind of detached, just overseeing things with this immense power. It's a watcher, tied to the sun itself, just observing the drama as it unfolds below.
Okay, so we've looked at all the individual symbols. Now for the million-dollar question. What does it all mean when you put it back together? What's the full story this little 4-line prophecy is telling us?
So when you piece it all together, a pretty clear story starts to form. You've got a massive conflict going on, 2 sides are just beating each other down. Then, at a critical moment, one of them is completely exhausted and looks to the heavens for some kind of sign. And what it sees is this 3rd, even greater power, just watching, a silent observer to the whole thing.
And maybe that's the real point of this prophecy. Maybe it was never about trying to predict who would win or lose. Maybe it's about capturing this timeless moment in any conflict, that point of utter desperation where we look for some kind of meaning, all while larger forces, totally indifferent to our struggle, just watch from above. Which, of course, leaves us with that big, endearing mystery of Nostradamus. Was he trying to tell us about one specific event in the future with these symbols, or was he doing something much bigger? Was he creating a timeless metaphor for war and struggle and fate itself? That's the question. And the answer, a lot like that eagle, seems to stay just out of reach.